program. Viewer discretion is advised.
Chris Perza, Canadian survivalist, my good friend Matt from the Stone Movie Reviews, Project Red, Sort of Hoopus Cuba, my favorite polar bear on YouTube. The man, the cowboy. Roll Tide, Keely Chow, roll Tide, my brother. Mary's Game Room. Psycho Dwarf, nah. Gun Buddy and Shockwave. Great googly moogly, it's Positive Panda. The Rooster Neighbor. Perhaps it's time to wake the neighbors with Southern Viking. Jill Powers, the River Donna. Oh.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Thirsty Thursday here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody out there this morning. We got our roll tides in for Keely Chow. We got our It's Time to Wake the Neighbors boys with Southern Viking. Good morning, Mary's Game Room, Jill Powers, the River Daughter, Snorta Poops Cuber, my favorite polar bear on YouTube, the Mad Doctor, a Dega Outlaw, Low Spec, Linux, Laptop, Gaming. What is up, brother? Good morning. Good morning, Penny. She says, I'm headed in Bible study. I'll catch y'all later. Good morning, Penny. Hopefully you were doing well. Good morning, Penny. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good Thursday. I hope you are having a good Thursday. Classic Comics is here. What is up, brother? Good morning. So happy to see you here. Good to see you. Juliet. Good afternoon, Loki and Chad. Good afternoon, Juliet. Juliet is somewhere in the world where it is afternoon. It is not morning. Good morning, Juliet. Showback TJC, the puppet from another Muppet, is here. What is up? He says, greetings, Valhalla. Greeting, brother. How are you doing? Good to see you. Puddle Jumper, what is up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Greetings. Greetings, my friend. I hope you feel better, bro. I hope you feel better. Get some good stuff in you. I've got some Snickers coffee this morning. That'll help. Get you some good coffee. What is up, everybody? Holy crap. Are things starting to calm down? Finally, are we going to get into calm down mode? I don't think so, because they threatened to leave. Are they going to leave? We got to wait and see. I don't think they are. People are talking about, oh, there's 20 homes burning in California, and I think they're all celebrity elites. They ain't burning their homes. They ain't doing that. If anything, they'd be doing it for the insurance money. 312, brother. It does affect the world. What is up, Meth? Hopefully you're doing well. I heard some crazy thing yesterday that, and I think it was BS. I'm not sure that there was like a coup going on in your area of the world. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait and find out if this is really real or not because I hadn't heard anything about it. But then again, all they can talk about is the trouncing that happened at the polls the other day. I found out Maricopa County finally got its votes in, and guess what? It went red too. That means every swing state went to one guy. That's crazy. That's crazy. The likes of that have not happened in who knows how long. It was a tsunami of red. Holy crap. No coup, defense minister was ejected. Okay. That makes more sense, much more sense. There's all kinds of stuff popping up in my feed yesterday. I was like, that's got to be BS. I'll ask Meth. And see how things are going. Low Spec says, holy effing snowstorm. Solar panels under 18 inches of snow. Dang. Foot and a half. Foot and a half snow. Nice. Not since Reagan. That's right. Yeah, Dave Bob sent me this yesterday. Apparently Hamas is calling a ceasefire. They don't want to do this anymore now that Orange Man Bat has been elected. Holy crap. Funny how things shipped. Okay, so. And yet Lake lost. Unlikely. They might just not like her. You never know. Okay, so. What do we got? Oh my God, why is it coming up with a giant ad? I don't need a giant ad. I just need to see names. We need to see names this morning. Who's leaving? Who's getting out? Now, when you hear stuff like this, you've got to wonder, can the everyday average working American, you guys, just pick up and leave and move to another country? Does it work that way? If you don't get your way? Please, somebody out there, shout out and say, if I don't get my way, I'm leaving the country. You all go and tell me, who does that? Everyday American, everyday hardworking American decides, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave and I'm going to go if I don't get my way. Who can do that? Who has the money to do that? Raise your hand. Who has the money to go, I'm going to just pack my shit up and move to another country because, and I'm just talking about Canada or Mexico. Anybody can move to Mexico. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about moving halfway around the world because you didn't get your way. Who has the money to do that? Raise your hand in chat. Tell me. I've got a place in Mexico I've got picked out when the shit hits the fan. Very easy to do. I'm not talking about Mexico, Cotton. I'm not talking about Mexico or Canada. I'm talking about halfway around the world. Who here can move halfway around the world like just like that because you didn't get your way? Anybody? I don't think anybody can. Not every average day hardworking Americans. How many of you can move to Spain? Anybody? What about England? Not that anybody would want to move there. Not right now. Anybody? Anybody can move to England? What about France? What about Africa? Anybody? You don't want to move that far away. They hate us everywhere. Yeah, because we're up our own ass. How many? How many people can do that? Gary, can you do that? How many people in here can do that? Yeah. Oh, well. If you don't get your way, you can just move out of the country. Yeah, that's what they want. They want to live in that area, and they want to influence that area, and they want to influence all of us back here. So let's find out who's saying what and where they're going. We'll start off with that Amy Schumer, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Schumer is like, peace out. I'm too big to stay here. Everybody will make fun of me. She says, my act will change because I will need to learn to speak Spanish because I will move to Spain or somewhere. Who the hell talks like that? It's beyond my comprehension if Orange Man Bad won. It's just too crazy. I'm out. Okay, so that's one. Amy Schumer, who claims to be a comedian. I would crack that and say, no, you're not funny, bitch. But MB Geek Sparring Girl, $10 super chat, says, Papa Trump is going back to the White House and he is bringing his crew. The world was watching. He got the EC and pop vote. Avengers assemble. We made history. Thank you so much, MB Geeks Bar and Grill, for that $10 super chat, brother. This one is just for you. You guys are keeping the lights on this morning here in Valhalla. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
Chris Burgess says Amy Schumer is not Canadian and we don't want her. Okay. Well, she wanted to get paid as much as good comedians. Yes. Yeah, that was a big thing. I want to get paid more. A lot of it's been I want to get paid more. A bunch of spoiled little brats, Soul Assassin says, who cry when they don't get their way. And people wonder why everything's crazy, why all this is going on, why you've got these insane demands, why they're doing all this nonsense. Well, now we know. And now people are calling them out to leave. Yeah, by all means, leave. There's going to be a couple of shockers on this list where you're just like, okay, fine, dude, go. At least there were for me. At least they were for me. Chrissy Mayer over Amy Schumer. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Keely Chow, Roll Tide, brother. She's funnier, too. Much funnier. So, how many people can afford to move to Greece right now? I can think of someone that got Greek citizenship last time. Maybe he can make it a permanent move. What about Spain? You had Johnny Depp's ex, which I will not say her damn name because, the turd muffin. She moved to Spain after all that nonsense happened. I just want to get away from America until I get my way. Didn't get her way, moved halfway across the world. Who can do that? Rachel Maddow can go. She won't. She'll talk all the shit in the world. She's not going anywhere. She wants to be a figurehead and she wants to be an icon and she wants to be on a pedestal held up high for having dared to stand up to a man. Oh no. Like, man, like none of this shit's ever happened before. I don't want to hear it. Look like liberal meltdowns are back on the menu, boys. Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And you know what? We'll talk about it right here. Okay, so we got Amy. We got Ames. We got Ames. Chelsea Handler. Does anybody know who Chelsea Handler is? Anybody? Anybody? Chelsea Handler? Anybody? She said, I did buy a house in another country just in case. So all these people that threaten to leave the country and then don't, I actually will leave that country. How high are you right now? What have you been, smoking? What you been doing? Oh, you guys want to see it? You guys want to see it? Give me just a second. Instead of me switching back and forth. Chelsea Handler, ladies and gentlemen, says, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm gone. I'm packing my bags. Leaving on a jet plane. Yeah, that's who you think it is. Don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Bye, Felicia. Joe, I love that. I said that to Mark Hamill the other day. I was like, bye, Felicia. You said you were going to leave. I would definitely move. It's not real to me that that would happen. I hope to God it won't. It won't be a vacation. It'd be I'd be an expatriate. No, there's nothing patriotic about bawling your eyes out, grabbing your bags and leaving when you don't get your way. That's not patriotism. That's not patriotism. Snowdub says, skull and tuck and roll, bitch. That's right. That's right. It's not patriotism. It's I'm going to whine and cry like a little bitch because I didn't get my way. Why are all these celebrities so dedicated to having to have their way? Keely Chow throws one possibility out. Very possible. I'll throw you another one out. They get a lot of money from the Dems to do what they do. And in response, they throw all their support. We'll give you all the support we can. We'll give you all the support we can. And then you got real mofos standing up going, you know what? I'm gonna vote for this guy because this is what I believe in. Mark Calloway, brother, I am so proud of Mark for doing what he did. Mark Calloway, if you don't know who that is, look him up. Comes out and says, I'm gonna have him on my show. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna vote. I'm going to talk about this is what I want to do, and I want to talk about the experiences this guy had. And they had the most genuine conversation you will hear during this entire thing. If you go back, it's going to be one of the things that gets lost in the shuffle. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is. It's going to be one of those things that gets lost in the shuffle. But if you go on YouTube, look up the channel 6 Feet Under. It's the 6 Feet Under podcast, and watch that interview, that back and forth. It is literally a couple of guys hanging out, drinking a beer, talking about the way things are going. And it's the most genuine conversation you will hear during all of this. That's right. That's right. Did anybody see Batista sitting down with cackles to talk about anything? No, you didn't. No, because she couldn't. She couldn't. Good morning, Valhalla, Jester of Sin. Good morning, Jester of Sin. It is good to see you, brother. The Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane, stood their ground. That's right. That's right. Imagine being called a pariah because you voice your support for something when that's what the other side does all day. Imagine being told to stay in your lane and not say anything when the other side is constantly saying something. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Oh yeah, because they actually showed a scene from the 80s when he fought the wrestler Kamala, the one that used to pat his belly, and he's like, Kamala, rest in peace, and closes the door. I thought that was brilliant. Go and get a clip of what you did. But Bryan Cranston, now there's a lot of people that are upset about this. Bryan Cranston, they're like, man, I don't want to see this guy who I really enjoyed. You can go back and really enjoy him. Go back and watch his stuff. Go back and watch him. Go back. You can, I don't care what your political ideology is. If you can put on a good show, if you can entertain people without doing all that constantly, by all means, keep doing your work, keep playing your shape. But when you start saying, I'm a patriot, so I'm going to leave the country. Patriots don't leave the country. When when the English showed up and they were like, you know what? We're going to take all your shit. We're going to take all your guns. We're going to take everything. And you're going to do what we tell you to do. Did we leave? Did we leave or did we fight? Huh? Did Americans leave or did they fight? They stood their ground. They stood their ground. A bunch of young kids didn't make it. But we won. Thanks to Washington. Thanks to the generals we had. Thanks to the kids that left their blood, their legs, their all of it on the field. We won our independence. We're going to celebrate that. We're going to celebrate that next year, going from 2025 to 2026. One of the first things he ever said after the election is we're going to put on a huge fair. We're going to put on a huge fair like we used to back in the day. We're going to have all 50 states represent. Yes, thank you. That is giving America something patriotic to oogle over and to go, you know what, I love my country. Instead of, I hate my country. Instead of, I hate my country. Already bringing people together. So Brian's out. Brian's moving to Timbuktu, whatever. Bye, Brian. Cher actually said something else. She said that she was going to, oh my God, I hate this every single time. Cher said she was going to exit stage left. Now she's saying she's going to go to Jupiter. Okay, contact Elon. Go ahead and give Elon a call. Elon? Yeah, who the hell is this? This is Cher. What do you want? I want to move to Jupiter. Oh, well, thanks to the new president, we might be able to accommodate you in 3 years. Let me get back to you then. So, by all means, Jupiter, it is. It is. You didn't get your way. You're a woman. You didn't get your way. And now you're going to move to Jupiter. This freaking guy. This guy. Jon Stewart says, I'm getting in a rocket. Well, you can go with Cher. You guys can be bunkmates. Okay, so this is how this is going to roll out. The way this works is men have to have their bits gone. So if you're going to, because you can't get back, because there's no way, unless Elon found some way to fix this, there's no way to get back. So you go, they exercise your bits, you go, and you don't ever come back. That way, you can't have babies on Mars or Jupiter or whatever. Not yet, anyway. Because there's no way to take care of them. There's no way to get stuff there in emergencies. Basically, if you're on another planet, you're bonked. You're screwed. There's nothing you can do. So, yeah. Okay, we can do that. We'll and you can go. Bye. All right, who else we got? This guy right here. Lot of respect for this man. Lot of respect for this man. Because he blew me away growing up. He blew me away when I was growing up. Absolutely loved him. From Coming to America, you name it, he was in it. I was watching it. I absolutely lost my shit when I saw Pulp Fiction for the first time. So, yeah. He's had it with this MFer in this MFing election. Moving my black ass to South Africa. Who here believes that Samuel Jackson is moving to South Africa? Raise your hand if you think that Samuel Jackson is going to move to South Africa to live with Elon's cousins. Huh? Anybody? Anybody? You think that's going to happen? Liberia would be a better choice. Anybody? Anybody doing that? He ain't going anywhere. Dean, what's up, Dean? Dean, send me a message, brother. I'd love to have you on tonight with me and Adega. Me and Adega both would love to have you on for 7 Kinds of Mischief. Yes, we are doing a 7 Kinds of Mischief tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But Dean, we would love to have you on. We would absolutely love to have you on. Cotton Ministry says, South Africa? You mean the whitest country in Africa? Yes. And the richest. And the richest. So, yeah. How much of this hippie boomer pridefulness versus elite TDS? That's a good question. That is a good question. Might go to the local 7-Eleven, but that's as far as he goes. Maybe he'll run into Jay and Silent Bob outside talking about selling pot. Oh, that was another thing that happened. Have y'all noticed that the pot thing in Florida failed? They needed 60%. And Florida said, no, we don't want it here. Isn't that crazy? You know what? I love this idea that states can decide their own shit. I love it. Let the states decide whether they want to legalize. Stop making this federal bullshit, and let states legalize what they want and make what they want a crime. If California wants to let people walk into a store and take a whole bag of shit out and walk out like the Grinch who stole Walgreens, by God, let them do it. Let them vote for it and let them do it. Everybody keeps saying, oh, this needs to stop. They need to make a law that stops people from stealing stuff in California. No, they don't. Let them keep stealing shit. Do you know why? It keeps me out of California. And that's only a good thing. Because I don't want to go to California. I do not want to go to California that's why I said Walgreens. It's the Grinch that stole Walgreens. I'm getting a bag of useless shit. And I'm going to walk out of a Walgreens with it and not get arrested because it's under $900. Who does that? What are you doing? Are you setting up a stand on Muscle Beach? Is that what you're doing? You set up a little sell stand where you sell shit that you stole from Walgreens on Muscle Beach? Is that your plan? By all means, let the states make their own decisions on shit. Because you know what? It'll tell you which states are cray-cray that you want to stay out of and which states aren't. States making their own decisions. Gee, where did I hear that? Oh yeah, 10th Amendment. Let the states deal. Here's the deal. And I won't go too far into this because I'm not going to make this a history lesson. Back when seatbelts started to be a thing, states used to decide their own rules and their own laws. And when the government tried to make seatbelts a mandate, they said no. The state said no, we will decide. And you know what the government did? The government said, if you don't do what we want, we won't give you money to fix your roads. So you have to do this. We won't give you any money to fix your roads. Where are you going to get the money to do that? And you know what they did? They caved. They caved and made seatbelts a thing, which is a good thing because seatbelts save lives. But still, that's what they did. And that started a lot of bullshit. And as Andre said, don't worry, your daughter can sleep around unprotected all she wants, and you still only end up with a cat for a grandchild. It's not bad. It's not bad. Andre, he's got the Conan mentality. Andre over at Midnight's Edge has the Conan mentality. To crush your enemies. Yes, crush your enemies, to see them driven before you and to hear the lamentations of the women. That's Andre's law. That's how Andre thinks. Traffic laws are $1 billion industry. And what have you heard about all the stuff that's going on It's a $1 trillion industry. To get involved in people's private lives, in people's sex lives, and all this bullshit, it's a $1 trillion industry, so you might as well do it. Companies had to create a whole new division for all this BS DEI shit. Imagine that. Think about that. Think about it like this. Okay. California, and this all stems from California. California decides we want to force corporations to hire outside the box. We want them to hire so many of these people, so many of these ladies, so many of this, so many of that, blah, 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 blah. So you have to, and you have to have them on your board too. So we're going to make you do this, and we're going to put it in a law that you have to do this. And then this whole DEI initiative thing starts going on. $1 trillion business. Why? Because every big corporation has to have a DEI department now. They have to have a DEI department now. For diversity, inclusion, equity, blah, blah, blah. A DEI department. It's $1 trillion business. Why do you think you have companies like Sweet Baby Inc. and these other eppers that think that we're here and we're not going anywhere? Because that's what they've been told. They've been told this is the future. Everyone needs this. Blah, 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 blah. DEI sounds like self-sabotage. That's right. And it is. That it is. Do you know why? Because it makes everyone in the United States conform to the laws and regulations of one state. California. It's that simple. It makes everyone in the U.S. conform to their way of doing things. So again, history lesson over. You have been fed a bill of goods that had nothing to do with what you wanted and has everything to do with what another state wants. You can talk about meddling. You can talk about all the BS that's going on. You can talk about all of it. But companies being forced to have an entire department dedicated to DEI. No, it's that simple. California forced its way on people. They can kiss my ass. All the celebrities therein. Miley Cyrus, ladies and gentlemen, Miley freaking Cyrus, and I hate you. Someone's going to be like, you need an ad blocker, Loki. It doesn't work on this computer for some reason. Miley freaking Cyrus. I am moving if this is my president. I don't say things I don't mean. Bye. Why do I feel like I'm the villain? I'm the bad guy. I am the bad guy. As much hate mail as I got over this. I am the bad guy. So I will be the bad guy. I will gladly take on that glorious mantle of villain once again. Thank you very much. Bye. Who else is thinking Curly Bill Brosees from Tombstone? Well, bye. I don't give a shit. Bye, Miley. Hope you enjoyed your Disney career and all that shit that it entailed. Lena Dunham. Come on now. Lena Dunham? I know a lot of people have been threatening to do this, but I really will. Bye. I know a lovely place in Vancouver, and I can get my work done from there. No. No Canada. No Mexico. No Mexico. They're not going to Mexico anyway, unless they go to the coast and then take a vacation. They're not going there. Go. Fly halfway across the world and get your work done there. Why be the neighbor of such a villainous nation? Think about that one. Lena Dunham. Think about that. Why be the neighbor of such a villainous, horrible place? Why would you want Such a horrible neighbor. If you live up in Canada, bye. Goodbye. Go cope somewhere else. The cope is so sorry. Sorry. You just scared the shit out of me. I saw a weather balloon. You know what's funny? When you can't mistake, when they tell you, oh, you didn't see a UFO. You only saw a weather balloon. I didn't see Whoopi. I only saw a weather balloon. All right. Maybe it's time for me to move, I can afford to go. At least she admits she can afford to go. She can also afford that $99.99 buffet at Sizzler every other day. So by all means, Whoopi, go. Get out. See you later. Bye-bye now. Do the view by remote. How about that? Oh, you know what? Even better. All of y'all go. How about the whole view? The whole view goes to Europe and does European view. The European view. It's not a bad idea. Move to Europe. Bye. Go. Don't come back either. I don't want to hear it. I will only be there when I have my way. How many people can say that? Jabba no butter. How many average, hardworking American people can go, I'll just leave if I don't get my way? How many can say that? Nobody in here can say that. I'll just leave if I don't get my way. I'll just move halfway across the world if I don't get my way. Nobody in here can say that. We got over 60 people watching this morning. We got 48 on YouTube. We've got 20, almost 70 people watching. You tell me who can move there? Who can afford to go? It was too. Holy shit, the buffet at Sizzler. Damn. We're going to go to Sizzler. Get the buffet. That's right. Andy Masterson, good morning, brother. Good to see you. How many of you can afford to go? Nobody. Nobody in their right mind can just pick up and permanently move because they didn't get their way. If this does not show you the childish bambino bullshit that is going on, I don't know what to tell you. It's so normal for us now to see this and to see them bitching and moaning and crying and saying, I'm gonna go Wakanda forever, baby. Go back, go to, you know what? Move to fucking Wakanda. Move to Wakanda. By all means. God help me. I mean, if you were breaking off everything in your life, get hired to be a deckhand on a boat and go out to sea, but that's a movie plot, not something movie stars do. No. I am talking about the average, hardworking American. And you can say, but Loki, I am an average, hardworking American. I work on a boat. Doesn't count. You still live in the States. You can go out and be on your boat for however many months at a time, whatever. You still live in the United States. You still come back to the United States apartment. You still come back to the United States address. So, bye, Whoopi. Bye. I used to love you. Why did I used to love her? Because the mouth on that woman, growing up, she would say some of the funniest shit, and she hung out with people that I absolutely loved. Billy Crystal, Robin Williams. I loved their stand-up stuff growing up. Bye. Oh. Raven Simone. She's going to move to Canada. Why do all the crazy ones look like this? It's almost like they go out of their way. They go out of their way to look this, of course, thank you. They go out of their way to look this screwed up. Raven Simone. I'm going to move to Canada. will move to Canada. Bye. The Cosby kids are leaving. Bye. Goodbye. Because we're tired of this shit. So bye. Oh, who do we got here? Me and Drake gonna be neighbors. Neo's out. Everybody needs to move now. Neo is out. He's out. He's gone. She had spoiled ramen for hair. Ugh. Bye. Bye, Neo. This motherfucker. Al Sharpton. If Donald Trump is the nominee, I'm out. I'm open to support anyone. While I'm also reserving my ticket out. He won. I guess you're out. You got to leave. Bye, Al. And now Canada is building a wall on its southern border going, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No, Trudy would never let that happen. Trudy's just bringing them in. Bring them in. Bring them in by the truckload. Why not just ship everything there? There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead. B.O. needs to take his hat with him. Is it B.O. or B.O.? B.O.? Oh, damn. Got some B.O. Not anymore. That bitch moved to Canada. Okay. Who do we got on Al Sharpton? Al Sharpton, if there's a guy from MLK's orbit that lost the plot, it's him. Al Sharpton hasn't said anything truthful in his life. Raymond Simone, what? I thought she was one of those ones that had sense. I mean, she told Oprah that she was simply an American, not an African American, just an American. There's a lot of money involved in Hollywood and Democrats right now. They're getting a lot of money. While you're like, I only got one check for the coup. They've gotten hundreds of thousands of checks for the coup. What do you mean? Like personally, Loki? No, the studios are money. It was like a mini bailout for the entertainment industry. And they're still getting it today. They are still getting government money, government credits, tax credits, loans, all kinds of shit. Because they repeat all this nonsense. Al needs to take Jesse with him. I never got any check. Where's my check? Yes. Yes. And they won't go anywhere. They won't go anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They're too up their own ass. Up. Jorge Lopez is like, I'm out. God, I hate that. No, we don't have a minute. Jorge Lopez is out. Good old George is gone. Huh? Dude, by all means, go back to Mexico. Grab some burritos and hot sauce and live in a little mud hut in Mexico. Go ahead. Go ahead, George. By all means, hit the bricks. I give Canadians a huge ration of shit, but they are getting pretty based. All these celebs thinking they will fit right in, not going to happen. Not easily. And when they decided to move back, the exit tax. Oh, they'll find some way. They'll find some way to avoid it. Just watch. Oh, well, I'll just hang out there and then poof, gone. They'll find some way to avoid it. Hit the skull button if you haven't already. That's right. Hit that skull button. Thank you guys so very much for being here. Oh, what's the saying, Loki? Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split ya. Joker voice. Good morning, my friend. It is so good to see my brother in mayhem. Good to see you, my friend. Land transfer tax. That's right. Do you think that the Canadians will take in and make a program to host displaced celebrities? I hope so. I hope so. Take them. Take them all. Take every single one of them. Anyone that wants to bail because you're a patriot, by all means, get out. We don't need those kind of patriots. No. Do you know what a patriot does? A patriot fights a good fight and continues to fight the good fight. Whether their candidate won or lost, that's what a patriot does. A patriot sticks around in good times and bad for their country. It's not patriotic to pack your bags and run like a little bitch because you didn't get your way. That's not patriotic. You want to go cry in a corner and bawl and say the world is over? Fine, by all means, crawl in your corner. You want to knock yourself out. I watched a chick throw such a fit yesterday that she ran into the door. She ran into the door frame. I mean, like flush. I'm surprised she didn't shove her nose back into her brain cavity. So crazy. And her boyfriend's filming her. And she's like, why are you filming me? And she runs into, slams the door. And he's like, because, bitch, when the cops show up, I don't want them thinking I did this shit. And I was like, damn, that's based. That right there is based. If you want to throw a fit, stomp your feet, run into a door jam, knock yourself out because and she didn't do it on purpose. She did it on accident. She did it on accident. She was flailing around like a fish in her apartment, going absolutely balls to the walls crazy, and accidentally knocked her bitch ass on the floor because she ran into a door jam. I mean, she hit hard. She hit hard. Good morning, Penny. Big hugs. I hope church was good. And he's recording. Why are you recording me? Because the cops ain't gonna believe this shit and they're gonna think I did it. That's right. That's right. Even her boyfriend, could have been her husband, even her boyfriend knew. When this bitch acts crazy, pull out your phone and record it. And you know what? If they're so nuts, they don't stop right then and there, get out. Guys, listen to me. No punani is worth that level of crazy. That if you pull your phone out and you start recording how that bitch treats you and she doesn't stop, leave. Leave. Do you know how I made it through the last 3 months of being with my ex that was absolutely positively off her rocker nuts? I pulled out my phone and I recorded that shit. Why, Loki? Because I wasn't about to go to jail again for something that bitch did. So every single time for the last 3 months I was there, I pulled my phone out and I just started recording as she's screaming, cursing, talking shit. Mike heard it one morning. Interesting fact. Mike was backstage. She had no idea anyone had come in. She had no idea anybody was there because she didn't know how the shit worked. And I hadn't talked to anybody yet. And I just put him in. I put him in the stream. And he's sitting there going, oh my God, dude, is that, take your phone out and record them. Get it on tape. Why is Mirror Universe Mexican Iron Man on screen? That's a good question, Ironcaster. That is a very good question with a $2 super chat. Thank you, my bro. Thank you so very much. You guys keep the fires burning bright. You guys keep the fires burning bright. And we got a little Gojira for you this morning since it's his birth month. Skull! Do not let them own the narrative. If you've got to pull your phone out and use it, pull your phone out and record, because this is some crazy shit. I wonder how many guys got threatened, got the cops called them, got whatever for this happening with the crazy, insane libbies that, and yeah, that's what they are. They're libbies. That's what I'm going to call them from now on. These crazy liberal women that are threatening to do all this crazy shit because they didn't get their way. They didn't get their way. No sex for a year as long as he's in office. Fine. Bye. No one wants to have it with you anyway. Smartwatches can remotely activate your phone and camera too. Yeah, I didn't have the money for that. All I had the money for was my little, and I was making payments on this shit. I've still got it. So I've still got, all these years later, I've still got the phone I had then. And I've still got the videos too. I've still got the videos too. Because you're damn right. It did stop it. You're damn right. It stopped it in its tracks. Because we ain't playing that game. We are not playing that game. But Loki, a lot of celebrities are leaving. And we're getting a Godzilla sequel. Seems like a fair trade. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'll take Godzilla -2 all day over this crap. Bye, Keegan. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let's see what he says. It's like 10 minutes from Detroit. That's where I'm from. My mom lives there. It'd make her happy too. Then make her happy. Bye. He's the only one who gets to because his mama lives there. So if your mama, if you grew up there, by all means, expatriate yourself back to Canada and go. By all means. If that's where you were born and you don't like it here, go back to where you were born. I'm not going to say it any other way. If you are that upset with the way things are here, move back where you came from. Go ahead and move back where you came from. If that's what you like, if that's the way it is, by all means go. Key can take Peel and both take a hike. And that Yuha Fan guy with the hat. Are you too good for your home? It's good to spend time with family once in a while to regroup. It's very common these days. By all means, go. I used to do that every summer. Go back home. Go back home, take the kiddos, go back home, hang out for a week, and then come back. Sometimes I do that for spring break. Sometimes I'd be there twice. Make sure they give up their, no, let them keep it. Let them keep it. Because I'm going to run them through the mud if they come back. You said you want to leave. You said you wanted out. So let me get this straight. You only want to be here when you get your way. What do you think this does? Let me ask you something. What do you think this does to this last generation that still believes all this horse shit and looks at them and worships them like they're icons? What do you think this does? You know why people are having meltdowns? Do you know why they're stomping their feet and throwing fits and running themselves into door jams and disassociating themselves with their family and all of this bullshit that's going on? Because they learned it from these fucks. That's why. They're told this is the way you do things. If you don't get your way, you take your ball and you go home. Take my ball and I'm going to go home because I didn't get my way. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Go. By all means, go. But don't come back here. And if you can move, if you're like, I think I can go and make it in Europe, by all means, go. Get out. Go live there. Find out how much white liberal woman rights you have there. Good luck, because guess what? You can get knifed by a migrant 100 times and it'll be your fault. It won't be their fault. It'll be your fault for being in the path of the migrant. You think shit's bad here? You haven't seen shit until you've seen over there. They can go that shit all day long, and you're at fault. You asked for it because you're the wrong skin color. So by all means, go. They're even worse than we are. By all means, go. They are all drafting their forgiveness chapters for their book deals in 2028. Oh, I'm sure I'm back because he's not the man anymore. This was a red tsunami that hit. And do you want to know why it was a red tsunami? Because of shit like this. Do you know who made this possible? Cher, Bryan Cranston, all these fucks. Samuel Jackson. You guys made this possible. It's partly your fault. You gave him what he wanted. Now you've got to live with it. And you don't want to. You don't want to live with it. Because living with it means accepting the fact that you screwed up. You're not going to do that, are you? You're really not. They ruined so much entertainment. The people had no escapism from their insanity. No escapism. They saw which way the wind was blowing. This is what you're going to get if you get this. And you know what they did? They came out in waves. Huge tsunami-like waves that covered the United States. I'm going to move. If I don't get my way, I'll leave. Okay, leave. Leave the whole country. And no, Mexico and Canada don't count. Unless you're originally from Canada. Then I'll take that. I'm going to go back home to my mama. You go back home to your mama in Canada. Go live in Canada. But unless you were born in like Canada or Mexico, you don't get to go back there. By all means, let Lopez go back to Mexico. I don't give a shit about that. Unless you were born there, you don't get to go there. You have to go across the pond. You have to fly all the way, just like Tanks did. Your hero, Tommy Boy, Tom Hanks. I'm gonna move to Greece. You moved to Greece right after the Epstein thing happened. I'm wait a couple years and move back. By all means, go. There's a big rumor right now that all the house fires over there are because of the Epstein list. Because Big Daddy Trump going to release the Epstein list. I wonder why they wouldn't want that. You got to wonder. Okay, think about this. You're the FBI. You've got all the tapes. You've got all the evidence. You've got the island. You've got, you know everything. Why hasn't that information come out yet? I'll tell you why. Because when all that went down, a certain Nancy Pelosi came out and said, a lot of our friends are in a lot of trouble right now. And they're probably not going to be able to get out of it. She said that on live TV. A lot of our friends are in trouble right now. And they're probably not going to get out of it. How much do you want to bet that almost all of that list is actors and actresses and government stooges that have sold out, that have sold you out so that they could get a little nookie from an underage kid on an island? They sold you out and sold you down the river for that. Something to think about this morning while you're getting up, while you're getting going. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak for an enter. And we will be back tonight with 7 kinds of mischief. with the Mad Doctor, a Day Outlaw, Stone Cold Loki, and hopefully a guest. Guys, have a great one. Like I said, be great, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. We'll see you on the next one.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.